At Bo Digital, we like to help our customers tell their unique story. My name is Wayne Stanley, and I'm the owner and founder of Bo Digital, and I'm here to share some of our story with you. When I was a kid, I would go around my grandparents' house and find things of theirs that I treasured, and I would put a tablecloth on their couch, and I would set up my own store. I would sell their belongings back to them, and I guess at that point, that's kind of when I knew I wanted to own my own business one day. Bo Digital is actually named after those grandparents, Glenn Vernon and Shirley Bow. They would be proud of the work that we're doing and the legacy that we're leaving through this company. Bo Digital can help companies of any shape and size, anywhere in the world, with custom marketing work. From logos, websites, social media content, newsletters, and video, we offer the exact custom resources and services that your small business needs. It can be hard for small business owners to spend time on marketing when everything else is calling their attention. That's what we're here for. Your marketing deserves a pro, so be sure to put a bow on it. I am proud that we help companies of all shapes and sizes and budgets of every scope. So be sure to visit bodigital.com so that we can help you with your story today, or engage with us on social media and see what we're all about.
This episode is sponsored by Nick Pate from State Farm. I'm Kayla Keith, and this is Missing Midwest, a true crime podcast about those that have gone missing. Today's story is a 35-year-old mystery about another boy that is missing from Minnesota. What's up?
Minnesota.
Yep.
I feel like we've had a lot of cases in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's why I said another boy from
Man,
Minnesota.
goodness.
Minnesota is like, honestly, when I think back on our 2 years of missing Midwest,
It is coming up. Our 2-year mark
our 2 year mark is coming up.
July 1st.
Yeah.
That's crazy, yeah.
But when I think back on all the cases we've done, Minnesota sticks out to me.
Man,
I feel like we've been here a lot.
I do too.
And not for good reasons,
No,
people.
was Brandon Swanson, Minnesota?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's still around for a year to me.
Yeah. He's the one that said, oh shit, and then his phone he just literally vanished.
Yeah, tree.
Yeah, I hate that one.
Minneapolis, Minnesota, for those of you wondering, our 4th highest city in terms of downloads. Kind of crazy,
Yeah.
but true.
Well, we're back. We're going to Eagan, Minnesota today.
Okay.
Do you have any announcements before I get started?
Just that Murdered Midwest subscription is $5. We have done a lot of work with Buzzsprout. They have made it easier than ever before to subscribe. If you subscribe, there you go.
I subscribed to my own podcast this week.
I was like, if Kayla can do it, any of you guys can do
Okay,
it.
that was rude. But also, yes, it was very easy. As soon as you subscribe, you have to put in your emoji. And then when you subscribe, it pops up and it gives you a link. And it's like 2 clicks. And then that is added to your library. And so then when you go to Missing Midwest or to your Apple, your Spotify or Apple library, it'll have the Missing Midwest, us, normal. And then there will be another one right beside it with the emoji that you picked. And the one feed, the Missing Midwest, the normal feed will have all of the Missing Midwest on it. But if you go into the new feed that it added with your emoji, it's going to have all of the normal episodes and the locked episodes. So literally twice as much content. You'll get the extra episode every week. They are announcement free. We don't do announcements. We
get
just right to the case on those. Drop me your address. I'll send you some stickers. And we appreciate it.
When we did this, I timed it, and it was under 2 minutes.
It was. Yeah. Under 2 minutes, you have access to all of our extra episodes.
We had to refresh. I think you swiped out of it, came back in, and then boom, there it was. So
super easy.
Yeah. Thank you, Buzzsprout, for fixing that.
Yeah. It helps us out. It helps us be able to keep doing what we do. And so we appreciate it. If you don't want to subscribe, no hard feelings. We appreciate you being here listening. If you want to help us out without spending any money, leave us a review, share us on Facebook, tell your friends.
That'd be it. That'd be awesome. Word of mouth. Best way to go.
Yep.
All right. I'm ready to get to your case. Let's do it.
We're going to Eagan, Minnesota.
Okay.
Population 70,000. It is a suburb of Minneapolis.
Okay.
Minneapolis. We just it's our 4th biggest city.
Yep.
There's no Dollar General in the immediate
Wait a
area.
minute.
I know. I don't know if you guys need one, but they're like around Egan, but not in Egan.
Gotcha.
I don't know why Egan's not allowing the Dollar Generals to actually be built in their town. They should, but whatever. And so we're going to be talking about 17-year-old Christopher Kerze, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Good kid. National Merit Scholar semi-finalist. He had been invited to join the National Honor Society, school swim team, played the clarinet. He loved to go camping with his family. He loved computers. He liked to read. His dad said he was a guy who, when he decided to do something, he would do it.
Respect.
They said what his dad said, quote, "What you need to know is he's always been a very great kid. He was a smart kid with a good sense of humor." That's from his dad, Jim Kerze.
Love it.
He was the oldest of 3 sons. He woke up and he told his mom, Lonnie was her name, that he had a headache, okay? And he did not feel well and he wanted to stay home from school. It's like, I can't go today. I don't feel well. So Lonnie gave Christopher some Tylenol and told him to stay home. And she offered to stay home with him from work, which he declined. He said, "I'll be fine. I just need to
17.
rest." Yeah. He's like, "I just need to rest." And she's like, "Okay." And so off to work she goes.
That's hard.
This left Christopher home alone because his dad was actually away on a business trip during this time. So later that afternoon, Lonnie actually worked at the local elementary school, and she came home from like her shift there. I don't know if she just was like a cafeteria worker or whatever, but she had like a shift there, and she came home. And the family van was missing from the driveway, which is what she first noticed, okay? Then she noticed that their family dog was running around outside.
Also not good.
And like he wasn't allowed outside to be like loose outside. And so she was like, okay. And so she went inside, she looked around, she like got the dog. And Christopher was not home. Okay. And so there was actually a note. Okay. And the note on the counter said, "Mom, something important came up and I'm feeling somewhat better. Be back by 6 unless I get lost. Love, Chris." Now, lost was underlined like twice. Okay. Now, according to the family, like Christopher had just started driving and he like was known for being terrible at directions. And it was kind of like a family joke. And so she like a lot of people hear that, especially like on Reddit and like online forums, and they're like, why would he get lost? Like, why did he leave the house thinking he was going to get lost? And they're like, no. He didn't think he was going to get lost. Like, it's a inside joke. Like, and the way he like underlined it was like, unless I get lost, like, because I always get lost.
Listen, that may be true, but in this situation, how can you not look at that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like the family doesn't think anything of it. Like, they think it was just like him poking fun at himself. Man. Because they always did that as a family. Okay. Now, when he didn't come home, she called her husband, and because she was concerned. Okay.
Fair enough.
By 6 o'clock, her husband came home because he said he'd be back by 6 and he's not home. And they are worried. So they look for him themselves. And by midnight that night, they reported Christopher missing because they had not heard from him. Okay. Now, police would not accept or file a missing person report until 24 hours had went by.
Even then though, considering the fact, I mean, it's still day one, right?
Yeah.
And considering the fact that he said, like, I'm leaving on my own account.
Yeah.
I guess I can't fault them that much for that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, they literally have a note that says, like, I'll be back.
Yeah, something important came up is what he said. Like,
he was feeling better. So,
yeah.
So he was reported missing the next day when 24 hours had passed. Okay. Now, the very next day, the family gets a letter in the mail from Duluth, Minnesota. Okay. Duluth, I believe I looked up, it is 2 hours and 24 minutes away from where they were at in Egan. Okay. April 21st. is when they receive this letter.
Okay.
And it was a letter from Christopher. And it said that he had lied to them about being sick in order to get use of the van to go to, quote, to not even I know where. The note further went on to say that he intended to end his life and he apologized to his loved ones. Basically, he intended to take his own life. He said he's sorry for anybody he hurt, all of this stuff, okay? Now, my question is, how in the world did this letter get there so fast?
It was the next day?
It was the next day. Like, he went missing, 6 o'clock, he didn't come
It
home.
had like a stamp on it and everything.
Yes, from Duluth, Michigan. Like, it went through the mail.
See, that, I mean, you could technically like drop that. You could put the letter from anywhere and drop it off in your local post office on your way out of town. But why would he put from Duluth?
No, yeah. I have more info.
Okay.
Now, the handwriting did look like Christopher's, which wrecked his parents.
Yeah.
They did not understand why he would do such a thing because he had no reason to. Like, perfectly happy life, good family, everything else. Like, did not appear to be depressed. Any of the, none of the above. So they ended up looking into it, and on the day that he disappeared, he withdrew $200 from his savings account.
What you don't do if you're getting ready to arm yourself.
His father's gun was missing. It was a Mossberg & Sons 20-gauge shotgun, but there was no ammo taken.
Okay.
So, like, it was not loaded, and there was no ammo missing. So he, by all accounts, has an empty shotgun with no ammo. Now, 2 days later, the family van was discovered. It is in Itasca County, close to the George Washington State Forest. Inside the van, they found the keys and a note detailing who the van belonged to and how to get it back to his parents.
Written from Chris?
Yes. So, supposedly, yes.
Yeah.
Presumably written from Chris. Now, they launched a huge search around this van, okay? With many dogs, many searchers, many volunteers, helicopters, heat sensing things. I mean, everything, okay?
Around this
van.
Okay.
Like where the van out.
Got it.
Are you ready to upgrade to the home that fits your family best? Take the first step of that process by giving my girl Stacy Westfall a call. She's partnered with Apple Tree Realty in Howard County, where they have the knowledge and resources to help you reach your goals. Stacy has quickly become a successful realtor in our area, and I am so proud of her. She's not just a friend of mine, she's also a mother and a local firefighter. Buying and selling a house is stressful, and having someone professional and trustworthy in your corner can make all the difference. Give Stacy a call today at 765-461-1243 and follow her on Facebook at Stacy Westfall Realtor. Now the dogs picked up a scent that led from Highway 38, where the van was, to approximately 1 mile into the woods, and then they lost it. They found nothing in the woods, okay? Now, authorities believe that the gun may have been found. A hunter found a gun in rural Minnesota somewhere, and they believe that it might have been that gun, but they can't
prove it.
I guess. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Now a tipster contacted the authorities and told them that hey, I actually picked up a hitchhiker who looked like Chris that day. And he asked me to bring him to Duluth, which is where the letter came from.
True.
Nothing. They were not able to verify that, whether it was Chris or not. It was just this person's eyewitness account. But how are they supposed to know if that was actually Chris or not? After 1 week after this disappearance, okay. I mean, so by all accounts, Christopher left. He planned this. He left, and he went out into the woods somewhere to unalive himself. Right?
I mean,
seems to be what it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 week after she disappeared, Chris's family and their neighbor started to receive some really weird phone calls. So there was like some noise going on, and it sounded like there was like a party happening, but the caller never said anything. They would say, hello, who is this? Like try to like get them to talk. And it was just like these like noises on the other end, but the person never talked. But they didn't hang up either. Like they just would keep the line open. Lonnie, his mom, she fully believes these calls were from Christopher.
Wow.
They came all the time. Like multiple times. The neighbor's house also would get these calls. They continued for 6 months.
What?
But they were never able to be traced. Isn't that weird?
That is very weird.
So
I've got some thoughts. I want to hear what else you got.
So years later, in 2004 now, we were in 1990. So we're in 2004. The Eagan Police Department received an anonymous letter. It was postmarked from Seattle, Washington. And it was regarding the Kerze case, Christopher's case. And it told authorities, or it asked authorities, I guess, to stop looking for Christopher. It referred to him as a guardian angel, and they said that he would go back home when he was ready.
Really?
Yes. They were never able to identify who wrote this letter or what, but they just assume it was a hoax.
That's so weird. That's weird.
So, given the circumstances, the police think that suicide is the most reasonable explanation.
Where is he?
His case is classified as a runaway, but his loved ones don't believe it. So his mom said, we have never stopped loving you, never stopped missing you, and never stopped praying for you to come home. Now, in 2016, there was like a renewed interest in Christopher's case because of the Jacob Wetterling case. Remember how Jacob Wetterling got solved like a long time after he went missing?
Yeah.
And so they like kind of got like sparked new interest in Christopher's case, and they did some new age progression, like photos of him, and created some new like missing person flyers and posters and social media and stuff. But nothing really ever came from it. In 2016, Jim like did like an interview discussing like how they were just like trying to like raise awareness and bring like they really wanted closure in his case to like find out what truly happened to him, because like they never found him, like no body.
Right. Which
after searching with
how can
all
you
of these
ever
dogs.
Yeah.
Him and his wife, Jim and Lonnie, they have kept their home phone and their old phone number this entire time, just in case Christopher ever wants to call home.
Man.
Like, that, like, freaking, that hurt. That hit me. I was like, nobody freaking has a home phone anymore. And these people know that he knows their home phone number, because when he went missing, like, home phones were they were the way to contact. And, Jim said, quote, he needs to call. That's what I want him to hear, that we really want him to call home. His mom said it always affects you even after 35 years. She said, you always love him. And she said, resolution is a funny thing. We aren't going to know anything about what happened to Christopher until one day when we'll know everything that happened to Christopher.
Man.
I know.
Jeez.
Most recently, May 2018, the Eagan Police Department shared an update on their Facebook page. And it said that they did another day-long search in the area with the help of other local law enforcement agencies looking for evidence in Christopher's case, and none was found. He was 5'11". He weighed 135 pounds. He had brown hair, brown eyes, and he wore like these like bluish like wire rim glasses. And they said he had a 1-inch scar on his forehead. And anyone with information is urged to contact the Eagan Police Department, 651-675-5700. And he was featured in the Runaway Train song.
Man.
Because he is considered a runaway. But man, that's a very strange runaway case in my...
It is, and I have something to say.
Okay.
Ready for this?
Yes, I want to hear your thoughts.
Good student, smart kid, right?
Yeah.
How many cases have we now done where you have a smart student, upper teens, go missing at the end of a semester? We're April, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty close to the end of the semester.
Yeah.
He's 17.
What's your thoughts?
Like, are smart kids having mental breaks at this point? I mean, like Brian Schaefer.
Yeah, it was the end of his semester.
End of his semester.
Break.
Daniel Reeves, end of a semester. Brandon Swanson, end of a semester.
Was it?
It was. Remember, he was like going to parties at the end of a semester.
Yeah, that's true. I think you're right. Yeah.
I feel like there's another one too where it was like somebody, because I feel like I've had this thought before, like, man, another good student at the end of a semester, like going missing and under mysterious. Because like, here's my thing.
That's actually strange you said that, because another case that I was looking into it. It was another runaway train case, and there's like not enough. If I did a case on it, an episode, it would be like 3 minutes, because he literally just like vanished and there's nothing. But they think he ran away because he was a very, very smart student, and he was in the middle of taking his finals, and he was like really stressed out about it. And so they thought he ran away, and his mom was like, he would not have ran away because of a final.
Yeah.
Like, he's a smart kid. Like, he might have been stressed, but he didn't do it. And so,
well, I'm pretty sure
weird you said that.
in some of these other cases too, it was like after they took the final, like after they were done. I know there's another big one that I'm forgetting where it was like somebody was done with their finals, done with their semester, and then like they went missing. Oh, I can't remember.
I don't know. I mean, this case, like, it sounds like Christopher planned this out.
Right.
And it was a good plan. I mean, I'm skipping school. Here, I
don't want my mom to stay home with me.
I also something important came up, and I'll be back by 6. Gave him a couple more hours of a head start.
Unless I get lost.
Gives
them more of a head start.
More of a head start. Like, oh, they might not worry until 7 or 8 o'clock at night. But like the shotgun, he didn't take ammo.
The letter. Being from Duluth.
Why would he send the letter? Why wouldn't he just leave it?
Again, maybe to give himself more of a head start.
Van. Why did he go through the trouble of mailing that letter?
Exactly.
And he left a note in the van so the authorities could get it back to his mom and dad, which is so wholesome.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I don't want them to like tow this van and not know who it belongs to.
Maybe he thought about the van after he sent the letter.
It's just
but
very
like,
strange.
but what's strange to me is that so he sent it from Duluth. Why Duluth? And then why is this hitchhiker person saying that he was going to Duluth?
Exactly.
Like, those don't line
Something
up.
has to happen with Duluth.
So then it's like, if all of this was not, like, if it was a runaway,
where the van was found, it's like out of the way of where you would go to Duluth.
Yeah.
It's very weird. I don't think you can cut and dry say this kid killed himself.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. So
Definitely not. But like, my thing too is like, okay, if it was a runaway situation.
Also, he took $200. Why would you take $200?
Why?
If you're going to unalive yourself? You don't.
You don't.
Yeah.
And my other thought is, like, somebody else had to be involved. Unless if he was going to kill himself, even if he walked deep into the woods.
And that's what I was saying too. They searched that. They followed the trail a mile into the woods and then lost it. How far could this kid have walked? Jeez. Like, he's got to be there somewhere.
I mean, like, if they found him in the woods someday, I'd be like, okay, that's obviously what happened.
Yeah.
But like, until that happens,
yeah.
I got to think that he did something different. Yeah. And if he did something different, somebody else was involved. Yeah. Like, for how coordinated everything was.
It felt very planned. The calls too. I don't believe in coincidences.
Like, man, though.
You're trying to tell me that these family members and this neighbor started receiving strange phone calls right when he went missing, and it's not supposed to be related.
So if it's this kid, if it's him, that is cold. That is cold and heartless.
Yeah.
Like, heartless.
Yeah, to call your mom knowing that she's like looking for you and begging you to come home and to not say anything.
But if you're a psychotic person that like lured somebody out to you,
yeah,
that might be what gets you going.
Yeah.
which again tells me somebody else is involved. Man, with cases like these, like I just won't believe in the suicide theory until they find him. And if they don't find him, then like there's a body.
Yeah.
Like Daniel Reeves was the same situation. Like people thought he went and killed himself. They've never found a body. They've searched that like park thousands of times.
Yeah.
Probably not thousands, but
yeah.
I mean, dude, think about the similarities of that though.
Yeah.
End of a semester. Went and found his car parked near a park, like a state park.
Mm-hmm.
They thought was that he went and killed himself, but they never found a body. Both those cases.
Semester.
Man, the end of the semester thing. I remember the last time we had a case like that, I was like, mental note, if it ever happens again, I'm saying something.
I'll have to look back through our cases and
Seriously.
make a graph.
Man, I'm just going to Google May missing cases and see where that leads me. But
Mysterious missing in Minnesota.
we can't do another series like this.
Missing Minnesota May cases or something. I don't know. All right. Well, stay safe if you're in Minnesota, because
That's a lot of cases for us. From Minnesota.
a lot of sketchy things going on there.
Yeah.
Have a good week, guys.
Thank you guys for listening. This podcast is a So.Will.I.Studos production. So will I.
Did you know the Jefferson House of Flowers has been a local Kokomo florist for almost 100 years? Our trained designers make beautiful arrangements for literally any occasion. You can send flowers for any reason. Birthdays, anniversaries, get well, congratulations. The list goes on. We make flowers for funerals, weddings, proposals, and even proms. Let's be honest. Receiving flowers, whether you're at home or at your work, it makes you feel special. You get butterflies and you feel loved, and that's what sending flowers is all about, the feeling it creates. Call us at 765-452-8269 and let us create something special and send it out for you. Or you can stop in and see us at 4300 West, 100 North Kokomo. We always have a cooler full of flowers that are ready to go, as well as a boutique full of gifts. Shop local, support local, and send flowers.